All right, tonight's meal on the Flatrock is going to be a little bit different for me. You get to experience it with me for the first time. We're going to throw on some meat. That's not new to me. Diane's a red meat girl. We have a couple real thin steaks right here. She's already seasoned them up the way she wants them. I'm not necessarily a red meat guy for the most part. I have a couple of real thin pork chops right here. And then the new part is we have some baby spinach right here. It's already been washed 3 different times. We're going to do spinach on the Flatrock. Something I've never done before. You're going to see it happen for the first time with me. Let's go ahead and do it. Well, because this is the first time I've ever done spinach on the Flatrock, I'm just going to assume that because the meat is very thin and we know that spinach usually cooks very fast, I'm just going to take a guess that they'll be done about the same time. So I'm going to get the Flatrock up to temperature. I'm going to go ahead and put the meat on. I'm going to put the spinach on at the same time, and we will deal with whatever we have to deal with. So here we go. Put a little avocado oil down for the spinach to begin with too. We don't want that burning. We got oil down here for our steaks and pork chops. Go ahead and throw my pork chops on first. Get Diane's steaks on here. Boy, that didn't turn out well. That's all right. That'll still work. Now let's go ahead and take our baby spinach. We're going to toss what we think looks like a good amount. What do you think, Diane? That look good? A little more, she says. A little more. All right. There you go. We're going to see what that turns into. We're going to turn the heat down on this a little bit. We're going to put some... Diane's over there telling me how to do it. Diane, you need to go inside. Shut that door. Leave me alone. Or come out here and grab a spatula. One of the two. Alright, she's gone. I can do what I want now. She was probably right. That was probably enough oil to begin with. Alright. So let me know out there, how many of you watching this video have done spinach on a griddle? Look at that, it's already coming down to nothing. Hey Diane, can you bring me the pepper grinder? Alright, there we go. Put a little pepper on here, not a lot. I'm not going to put any salt on here. So those of you that know me out there know I've gone through a sudden death experience 2.5 years ago. I kind of lay off the sodium a little bit more now, and Diane can add salt to it if she wants to when it comes dinner time. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look and see what these look like. I think I could have started the spinach a little later probably. Alright, we'll let those go a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic on the spinach as well. Kind of mix that in a little bit. Look at that. That looks good right there. Go ahead and mix that in. Yeah, well, I love the smell of garlic. I love the taste of garlic. I just love garlic. Alright, well, you know what? I think the spinach is really about done. So what I'm going to do, these have a little bit longer to go, not long. I'm just going to go ahead and plate the spinach right here. I can put it back on to warm it up a tad bit. I wish I had a cast iron pan out here. I just set it right here and keep it warm, but let me set this over here real quick in the sun. Let's go ahead and check the temps on our meat. Pork chops are in the one. Yeah, pork chops are about done. The steaks are really about done too. Let's just flip them one more time. Yeah, probably about done. If I get them too done, Diane's not happy with them. Oh, that looks good right there. That's nice. That looks nice. There we go. All right. For a side note, we had 2 ears of corn left. So Diane has that going inside. Once again, we're on battery power and solar right now, so the induction cooktop here is not working. So we plug this one in. The corn's about done, the meat's done, the spinach is done. We're ready to eat. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw this spinach back on the griddle just for a few seconds, just to get it warmed up a little bit again. It never got cooled down, but I want to warm it up a tad bit. Check this meat. Diane's is fine right there. My pork chops are 165 and 165. That's not bad. All right, Diane's steaks are maybe a little bit too done for her, but we're gonna find out. All right, we're gonna turn off the burners and plate this thing up. Let's do this. So that turned out to not be a lot of spinach for 2 people. There you go, what do you think? 2 pork chops for me, 2 steaks for Diane. We'll split up that little bit of spinach, and that's dinner. There's our thumbnail. Better get a thumbnail. All right, here we go. We have our corn on the cob. We have my plate here with the spinach and pork chops. There's Diane's 1 steak and spinach, a little bit of sauce. For the record, we always come out here to the casita. We're not inside the RV. We come out to the casita. That's kind of where we spend our time eating dinners. Got the mini split going on. We'll turn on a little TV, have our meal. Life is good. Well, all right. For being the first time I've ever done spinach on a griddle, I think it turned out pretty well. Except for one thing. I could have put that whole container of spinach on here because it did what spinach does, right? It wilts down to nothing. So it's kind of a meager helping for both of us, but it was fine. The next time we'll put more on. Diane said I could have put a little less oil on there. Didn't bother me any. She also said I could have put a little bit less garlic. That's a matter of taste. It was fine for me. Now the meat, the steak was very thin cut, the pork chop was thin cut. They were done lickety split. Diane's steaks got away from me just a little bit. It was still pink inside, but it wasn't bloody. She likes it bloody. My pork chops were perfect. And the corn on the cob, perfect. How's that wind? Picking up like every evening I do these griddling videos, the wind kicks up. Need to start wearing a mic, I guess. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm going to do spinach again on the griddle. I'll put a lot more on it. I think it'll even turn out better. You know what? If you enjoyed this video at all, how about a thumbs up? Leave a comment down below. Consider subscribing. As always, have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.